Ladies, a quick review from today's practice at 2-minute pieces. Good speed, all right? You throw down, 6 2-minute pieces, all at a 153, maybe 153.5 average. I think what we need to be able to do to beat FIT is 152.5 average. So close. And I think when we brought our stroke ratings up to where they should be, 34, 35, you ladies were able to row 152 pretty effortlessly, okay? Well, not effortlessly, but you're able to row the splits we're looking for. But watch the video and you will see exactly what we need to work on. And in a nutshell, okay, let's focus on our finishes, especially starboard side. What's happening is starboard side, we've developed an ability to row with a starboard list, okay? And as we get to the finish, starboard side, you're losing your efficiency and you're going down into your laps and you're washing out, okay? And we're losing a lot of speed. If you look at port side, specifically, if you watch 2, Allie's doing a very good job staying up, staying strong, and pulling the blade straight to her, okay? So we all have got to work on pulling the blade level, straight to the body, and then finishing. I think, Ellie, what I think what's a major problem is on the drive, you are finishing during your power, all right? So you're pulling the blade down under power, which is causing you to wash out a little bit, come out early, and then your brain is like, oh, my finish is up here, and then you'll bring your blade up here, try to set the boat. Instead of pulling here, stop pulling, and then finesse the blade out, okay? So we're gonna work on our finishes as a boat, and this is something that Bao mentioned. Let's make sure we're keeping our pressure all the way to the body together, okay? So that's what we're gonna work on between now and Acros. It'll work on the catches, work on push pry, blah, blah, blah. But it's that finish position of being strong to the body, pressure off, and level hands is what we need to work on, okay? Okay, Bao, nice extension, out straight. Elwood, look how heavy you are on your seat, okay? You're not out with your lat, you're sitting and you're sitting up. Now look what happens here. 3, out and down, 2, out and up. Look at the handle heights, big difference. And that boat is going down to starboard. Bow pair, excellent job, great extension. Look at you two, fabulous. That is perfect. And look at that catch, good job, 3. Port side, perfect catches. Starboard side, not so much. Port side, back it in. Starboard side, you're rowing it in. Here again, look at stroke, out and up. Look at 3, out and down. That's that starboard list, okay? Out and down. Starboard side, good catches here. But look at the boat. You are rowing with the starboard list, okay? Beautiful catches, but a starboard list. Here's another good example of 3, you're leaning away from the rigger. Okay, you're leaning away. Look how 2 is leaning in like you are. You see the difference? You're leaning back and away, and 2 is leaning back and in. And also, you're really using your inside arm way too much. You see that? You're leaning back, leaning away, and using your inside arm instead of being rotated into your rigger and using the outside arm. See, there's a good example of dumping down at the finish. Look how low you are in your lap. Another good example, see how stroke is pulling up and you're pulling down, okay? That is what we need to work on, right there. We have to recalibrate our handle heights. Your shoulders are pretty good there, 3, but look where the oar handle is. It's down. We have to be up with the handle, up, up, up. Bow pair, great rotation, nice reach. Look at 2, straight down the boat. Bow, that head could be centered. I'm not gonna complain. Good job. Now, here's an example. Boat looks great, right? Boat looks super. It's down on starboard and your blades are off, but it's down on starboard. And 3, you're dipping your hands a bit because you're afraid of that starboard list. But look at that boat, significantly down on starboard, all right? And that's where you guys are dropping your hands. See that? Good catch, starboard side, right? But look, the boat is sitting on starboard. We have to recalibrate how the boat feels on the drive. Look at that. That's amazing. How do you do that? So right there, port side lower, starboard side raise, and get the boat on keel. And now 3, this is what happens when you go deep at the catch and you wash out to finish, okay? And now it's going down on starboard. Again, look how you're leaning away from your finish, 3. I know it's down on your side, but we have to recalibrate what our body is doing. Laying straight back, elbows out. Look at the difference between 2 and 3. See how 2 is just out, hanging and pushing, and 3, it looks like you're sitting and opening your back, not using your legs. See how 2 is using her legs and hanging, and you're sort of sitting, heavy on your seat. All right? You're working hard, but not efficiently. Now look at these strokes. Boom, right there, starboard side not coming out together, boat down on starboard. That's just a lovely shot in general, I think. Now we're cruising here to 152, well, 153, nice and relaxed. Not bad, but 3, look at that dipping up at the finish. Dip up, okay? Not bad, better, actually, it's better. Bow, good job pulling to the body. Keep that hand on the oar. Don't take the hand off the oar. Ladies, not bad strokes right there. Not bad at all. Again, decent speed, ladies. Decent speed. You can see that little dip over the lap 3. And that's because I think you're going deep and the blade is bobbling out at the finish. Port side, nice catches. Who was this crew? Just good strokes, ladies. Good speed. Nice and relaxed. Probably a 153 speed right there. 153, maybe 154. Not bad. Now see how 2 is pulling straight to the body. Straight to the body. 3, not bad, but you can see how your shoulders are hunched and you're very concerned about that finish. You're not pulling up and confident like 2 is right there into the body. Noni, same thing. Good job right to the body. Bow getting better, but I'd like that outside hand to be on the oar. Don't take it off. If your hand's not on, you're not working, so keep the hand on the oar. 3, leaning away right there. See, you drop that right shoulder and you lean away, and you're doing that under pressure, and you're letting that blade go down to your hip bone, and that's why it's going down to starboard, right there. See that? So we're inefficient at the finishes, ladies. I'm not seeing the power. Nice hang. Look at 2 up and look at 3 down. That's a prime example right there. 2 is up, starboard side is down at the finish, and that caused you to wash out 3 and catch a lot of water. Push pride. Good job, 2. 3, look at that, shoulders up and hunched, leaning away. I know you're trying, but right there we had to be more up and into the rigger and keeping the blade level on the drive. Noni, you might be a little overextended, but right there, that's a pretty good push pry. You see how you look awkward there, 3, with the arms, kind of leaning away, uncomfortable? Because you're afraid of getting your blade caught in, that's why. So we have to work on fixing the starboard lift so that you're much more comfortable and much more efficient, or effective, I should say, with all that power that you're putting on the oar handle. But right there, I think you're using your inside arm too much, 3, leaning away and leaning back and using your body weight to move the inside arm. See the extension 2 has right there? Perfect hang, 2, perfect hang. And 2, look a little heavy in the seat and a little droopy with the shoulders. See that nice posture that 2 has that to finish? That's what we need to have. Big headwind. That's it, big headwind. Stay strong. Again, ladies, you're moving right here. You're moving great. All right, we're like one tick, one
That's
split
it, right into the wind.
off a gold medal right here, at the most. It's 1 second per 500 meters. Pretty damn close. Pull level, little washout there. So you got to keep that blade up a bit, starboard side. Right there. Val, keep that pressure all the way to the body. Don't slow down. Keep it going faster, right to the body. No need rowing hard today. Nice acceleration.
Those last strokes are coming up.
See, your 3's hitting bow's puddle because it's down on starboard. And that must have been a very difficult at the Kerr Cup. When it's down on starboard like that, I can't imagine. See that starboard side really hitting your own puddles? You can't get your blades off the water because it's down on starboard. Right there, see that? You're rowing pretty good, ladies, with a very established starboard list. And I need 3-seat to put all her power in the boat. See those catches on starboard? You ladies are trying very hard to set the boat, but you're doing it the wrong way. Harder catches is not going to help. We got to get level hands. I love that picture. So, good speed today, ladies. We have to work on our efficiency, the starboard list, keeping the boat on keel, and keeping good, solid finishes together. We're getting fast.